evening, good evening.
What's up?
Welcome. My name is Ross.
My name is Mike.
And once again, welcome to
Kakutogi Crazy.
Oh, okay, so this is the second week that we're doing this. I hope I'm loud enough this week. I think I was too quiet last time. So Mike...
Find that hard to believe.
What? Anyway, tell me if I'm too quiet, Mike. Like I said, I don't think that's possible.
You won't hear anything from me.
Right, okay, so there we go. I think there. Is that better? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, welcome.
What's up?
What's going on?
Interesting week in MMA.
You know what's the best part about this radio show?
What?
Happening on a Wednesday night? We have a lot of source material because there was a UFC fight night tonight.
Perfect. Hours ago.
Yeah, it just happened. But before we get into that, I want to give a quick shout out to, I know he's listening right now, but I wanted to give a quick shout out to my buddy Kevin Yoshida at Heavy Metal Barbell. And it's located on 627 South Street. Check it out on Yelp. But, the main thing, they got all sorts of exercise equipment, supplements, everything that you need. And really friendly and knowledgeable staff. Everybody that I've talked to, they said that they really take care and they want to make sure that you're getting all the information that you need before you make a decision. So big shout out to Kevin over there at Heavy Metal Barbell.
You take supplements?
Yes, I do.
What supplements you take?
Ibuprofen, water, and I think I take like these gummy vitamins every day.
So you don't take any of those like fancy supplements?
No, actually, I got this. It's an amino acid powder that you throw into water and you sip it in between workouts. And actually, it makes quite a big difference as far as recovery time. So right now, I haven't really been training too much, but I've been training for a marathon. So I take that in between my runs. Oh, that came out wrong. I take that in between my running sessions, and it really helps out. I feel like it gives me that energy. I don't feel so flat on the days that I do go jogging.
What's harder to train for, a marathon or for like jiu-jitsu or MMA?
I would definitely have to say jiu-jitsu and MMA because running is running, you know?
Right.
It's actually nice and relaxing to go running and you're kind of like, this is nice scenery and okay, I'm getting tired and dehydrated and cramping and whatnot. But whereas MMA, you have someone punching you in the face, or in jiu-jitsu, I have Mike, who's 250 plus pounds, El Toriandoing me and knocking all the wind out of me. Not exactly fair. So to answer your question, running is much easier for me. What about you, Mike?
I don't know. I never when I actually did run way back when, I never really liked it. Right. I never like going to the gym either. I mean, like going to the gym to like lift weights and, do the treadmill. I never liked that. I actually
You don't like going to the gym and running on the treadmill?
And even when I used to go every day, I never liked it.
Yeah.
But, I'd rather go like when I play basketball, just to go play basketball, to go train jiu-jitsu or whatever. That's way more fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's in my head, I think any sort of martial art, boxing, kickboxing, whatever, the time flies by way quicker. Yeah. I mean, unless you're doing some sort of training to failure where it's, hurry up, hit the bag hard for 2 minutes, and you're dying.
Happy feet. Burpees.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think, it's a lot easier in that sense. But overall, mental toughness is very important for that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I actually think, maybe training for this marathon, if I just keep running and running and running, it'll make me not want to quit, I guess, when it gets really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I found when I used to run, like, you're in shape or you're not. Yeah. If you're in shape, it's more mental, telling yourself, you might feel tired, but don't stop.
Right.
Just keep on running, yeah.
That's what I tell myself. I was like, okay, my feet hurt, my back is cramping, people are looking at me funny because I'm hobbling on the side of the road. But, if I'm thinking about it in terms of a tournament, I wouldn't want to give up if I'm trying to take the guy down or whatever. So I think maybe it'll help me, but I doubt it. We'll see. Anyway, all right, so let's move on. Oh, actually, before I get into it, where is my papers? Anyway, you're listening to KHRA, AM 1460, Radio Korea, Hawaii, on Live 1.5. And I know I'll forget that later, but bear with me. Second show, right? What I want to do for the audience, though, is I want you all to take this kind of as a mini homework and try and think about any super fights you would love to see, but have a very small possibility of happening. And what I mean by that is you can any fighter, past or present, and put them in some kind of dream matchup, and we'll try to stick with MMA. We don't want to get into the whole Bruce Lee versus anybody, or we don't want to get into Muhammad Ali and doing MMA kind of thing. try to keep it relevant to what's going on right now. And then maybe if you're good, we'll let you call in the last 15 minutes of the show and you can actually get into an argument. I mean, have a discussion with both Mike and myself.
An educated, civilized discussion.
Right. And you will be on air. So if you start speaking how Mike and I speak off air, we will drop you real quick. We'll drop you like...
a bad habit.
I was going to say something.
Who says that?
More
Who said that?
I don't care. I was going to say like drop
I'm going to drop you like a bad habit.
I'm going to drop you like Ross walking up 4 flights of stairs and falls down because he's tired. or Mike walking up 2 stairs.
2 flights of stairs.
Mike, mouth breather. You know. All right. Cool. So anyway, yeah, think about that. We'll get back to that topic towards the end of the show. And Mike and I will probably do a couple, throw some out there, and maybe that'll get your creative juices flowing.
Yeah, I got mines already.
Oh, take it easy.
No.
All right, I don't have mine. Did you think about this before the show?
Oh, yeah. I thought this for a while.
Man, where's my heads up?
I told you before we started.
Come on, man. You're not supposed to say that.
Oh. I just thought of it.
Very good. All right. First thing I want to talk about is, remember last week we mentioned that BJ Penn was going to move down to featherweight to coach on The Ultimate Fighter opposite Frankie, the Truth Edgar. Mike is shaking his head already.
I don't know. I mean, it's tough dropping weight, even for BJ. He fluctuated in his weight so much.
Right.
Dropping down that's a lot, man.
The interesting thing that I saw about it is that he initially, if you can try to think of the fights he had when he was defending his lightweight title against Diego Sanchez and Kenny Florian. Remember how good he looked in those fights, right? Like Kenny Florian tried to employ the GSP tactic of just pushing him into the fence. And BJ was basically like laughing at him, like, that's not going to work against me. You're going to die, clown, right? Yeah. And then against Diego Sanchez, he actually started turning it up, right?
Oh, yeah. He destroyed him, man. Yeah, opened up that big cut at the end.
I don't know what he was on, but he was firing on all cylinders. So when he was in those fights, I think he was with Mark Marinovich. That was his trainer, right? That he used to make weight for strength and conditioning and all of that. He looked fantastic, right?
Right.
For this Ultimate Fighter season, he hired, guess who?
Dolce.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Mike Dolce de Leche.
I think, you know why? Because he's sponsored by the UFC. Have you seen the commercials with Dana White?
No.
Because Dana White does it.
What do you mean?
The Dolce diet.
What does he say? Like, hey, Dana, how do you get into such fantastic condition?
Like, look at, go to the UFC.com website and they promote it.
Yeah.
I told you, man, you seen Dana showing his guns off during the Ultimate Fighter intro.
I saw him on, he does a video blog of vlog.
A vlog.
Never mind.
No.
So he does vlogs, right? And I think a person on his Twitter or something challenged him. They're like, yeah, big for nothing, blah, blah, blah. I bet you can't even do a pull-up. And then Dana White responded by actually doing, I think he did 10 to 12 pull-ups.
Well, did you know he used to be a boxing coach?
Yeah.
For Tito Ortiz?
Well, was it boxing coach or was it like...
I don't know.
No, Tito bags on him. He says he used to be like a Zumba instructor.
Right.
Some kind of jazzercise or something. I'm just...
Right.
Dana White, I know you're not listening, but if anybody tells Dana White this, Mike said it.
Ross. But you know what? Give him credit. I mean, he came from that to where he is now.
Oh, man. And then and then he got hooked up with the
Fritas, yeah.
Fritas.
I think so.
Isn't that like a deep fried something?
A fritter.
Yeah.
Isn't that apple?
What? Man, I'm sorry. If you're still with us, yeah. So what do you think about his move to Mike Dolce?
I don't know if it was so much that as it was the way that Frank Edgar fought.
No, well, I mean, what?
We're talking about the fight, right?
No, I'm talking about what do you think of his decision to hire Mike Dolce instead?
I don't know. I'm kind of the believer in if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Exactly. But Mike Dolce, yeah, he might be able to get you to that weight, which is obviously very important in order to get into the fight itself. But if he's not strong and he cannot, turn it up at the end, it's kind of almost a moot point, right?
Do you know why he changed?
Well, like you said, maybe it had something to do with
promotions.
But then again, he does get his fighters on weight, though.
Yeah.
And this is his first professional cut to 145, which is a far cry from what he was doing in Japan against Lyoto Machida, right?
He was he must have been 210, 220,
No, it was a 205 limit. So,
no. No, it wasn't, because Machida was a heavyweight.
It was a heavyweight fight.
Machida was a heavyweight.
I would be surprised if he was over 190.
Did you see that fight?
I saw highlights of it.
He held his own.
Oh yeah,
he had like one flurry, but that was about it.
Yeah, but I think wasn't Machida leaning on him a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah well, what are you gonna do when?
Right.
What is it? Korean sumo wrestling?
Who?
Oh my gosh, what am I talking about? I'm thinking about someone completely different. No, but he did sumo though, Machida, right?
Yeah.
So that's why he was able to lean on him so much too, right? Whew. Sorry, I took a nap earlier today. I'm still not awake. Anyhow.
Nope.
All right, what else? Anything else about that? Any more thoughts?
I don't know. I hope, dropping that much weight. You always see fighters who cut that much weight. They make the weight. They get into the fight and they're just dead already after the first round.
Yeah, but I do remember seeing BJ Penn when he was, blue belt and training in Brazil and all that kind of stuff.
And he was like 19 years old.
Yeah, and well, I was going to say his frame though. He has a smaller frame.
He did.
Right.
One too many locomocos.
Yeah, but I don't think your bones can get bigger.
Well, I know definitely your body gets bigger. You watch professional athletes like Michael Jordan.
Or like
when
Barry Bonds.
Yeah,
Jose
that's a little bit different.
Mark McGuire.
But they're saying like Michael Jordan was like almost 50 pounds lighter from when he started to when he retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sports.
Oh, well. Okay, so as far as that goes, so we're
Do you notice like BJ's head got bigger too?
What?
So look at his early fights.
No, I think he's a humble guy, Mike.
No, I don't mean that. I mean the actual diameter of his
diameter of his skull. You heard it here first, folks. Mike Leslie is talking about fighters' skulls diameter.
Maybe because he shaved his head.
I don't know. You know whose head did alter its shape recently?
Who?
Frank Mir.
Oh, man.
And I'm sure it's because he's just been bashed in by Brock Lesnar and Shane Carwin. But if you look at him head on, like the top sides of his head are like, they just like got wider. It almost looks like a mushroom head now. Like
his hair doesn't help either.
But okay, let's try to steer this back on track.
Right.
Other than actually making weight, which we know he can do, right?
Right.
With Doche, as far as his training itself, I know he's going to be training in Hilo again. So, what can he do differently this time?
I don't know. I wish he trained with someone. He trained like, I can understand like being loyal to your family.
Oh no, actually, didn't they say he was gonna try and train with Jose Aldo for this fight?
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think that would help, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But Jose Aldo doesn't really fight like Frankie Edgar, though.
No, he doesn't. But he did beat Frankie Edgar.
That's true. Okay, so that begs a different question. Whose style would you try to emulate more in BJ Penn's training camp? Jose Aldo's or Frankie Edgar's, right?
Right.
Well, but that's why we're not professional fighters or coaches. We can only speculate.
I didn't like either of those two fights.
What do you mean?
The two BJ Penn and Frankie Edgar fights.
Oh, yeah. It was, yeah.
The first one was ridiculous. There's no way BJ should have lost the decision on that one.
Okay.
That was ridiculous.
Just like we saw tonight, segue, just like tonight where we saw Jake Shields fight Damian Maia.
Too.
Spoiler alert, if you did not see the UFC fight tonight, you might want to turn off your radio. But no, don't. I'm just kidding. Don't ever leave us. Please listen harder. Okay. So anyway, Jake Shields versus Damian Maia. If you didn't know, tonight they actually fought 5 full rounds. It was a non-title fight, but because it was a main event in a UFC fight, they extended it right
to 5 rounds.
And Jake Shields, I like to call him Jake the Ruiner Shields,
the wet blanket.
Jake the derailer Shields.
The nullifier.
Jake the ultimate nullifier for you Fantastic Four and Galactus. What? Never mind.
What?
Jeez. Anyway, so he actually won a split decision this evening. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know either. Plus, in Brazil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they used commission judges. They didn't use Brazilian judges.
But I'm sure that plays a factor.
A what?
A factor.
A factor.
A factor.
Okay. So, you mean the crowd?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, Damian might. I don't know. I think he won the first 3 rounds.
You think so?
Yeah, and that was it already.
But I don't...
Even the last round he won.
It seemed like Jake Shields is... Every time I see Jake Shields fights, it looks like he's out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like he was stumbling around and he was like me on a Friday night, basically. He didn't know what was going on.
It was, yeah.
And yet he still eked out the decision. He did that.
And not one submission attempt.
Really? Not that I remember.
At least Damian Maia tried.
Damian Maia got his back and everything.
Got his back, yeah.
Oh, I don't know about... Oh, yeah, no. Wait.
No,
Oh, back. Mostly back control.
Yeah, the back control.
But that's a testament to how good Jake Shields is on the ground because when Damian Maya gets anyone else in that position, it's...
Oh, yeah, it's lights out, man.
Yeah.
Pauhana.
Oh, speaking of which, I was really excited because I finally created our Twitter. Never mind. I created a Twitter account. At Kakutogi Crazy. All one word. Kakutogi Crazy. And the first person to follow us... was Rick Story.
Wow.
Rick the Horror Story.
Are you serious?
I think he made a mistake. Like, he was like, who's this guy? But he accidentally followed us. It's really funny, though, because now we're talking about Damian Maya. And Damian Maya choked him so hard.
Squeezed the blood out of his nose.
That was amazing.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
But Damian Maya he's unreal on the ground.
That wasn't the one where he choked Rick Story out. He didn't even have, like, a full rear naked choke on.
Yeah, he just crushed his jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that wasn't as bad. You remember when Nate Diaz... who did he guillotine? The guy's tongue was sticking out. He couldn't put it back in.
Oh, that was against Jim Miller?
Yeah, Jim Miller. That was nasty, too.
Dan is the old.
Remember, he couldn't. He had it so tight that the guy's tongue couldn't go back.
It looked like his mouthpiece was trying to eat his tongue. That was ridiculous.
That was.
Okay. All right.
I still can't believe Damian Maya lost.
It looked like he wasn't tired. And he had to have known that there had to be some sort of sense of urgency on his part. But it didn't happen. Or... Jake Shields' secret power is to take any force and Aikido it and redirect it and make you really tired instead.
And just ruin it.
Yeah, Oh, Damian Maya, what's that? You want a title shot later?
Let me ruin it.
Oh, Dan Henderson? You're thinking about winning this title too?
Let me ruin it.
Oh my God. Who else did he fight recently? Oh, GSP. GSP. How's your right eye?
That fight was hard to watch.
Mike, you let me ruin it.
Let me ruin it.
Too late. The moment has passed.
I just ruined it.
Yeah, have you trained with Jake Shields before?
No. I ruined it again.
Oh my God. Oh, this is a real professional show we got running here.
It's ruined.
There's monkeys in the background on typewriters. There's hamsters running in wheels, and then there's two guys on the microphones.
But yeah, speaking of the UFC tonight, there were actually some really good fights.
There was. What was the fight before that?
Dong Hyung Kim.
Was that Don Hyung?
The stun gun.
Yeah, exact. Thank you for reminding me. Mike's oh yeah, I like this guy. Yeah, Don Hyung Kim, the taser. Yeah, I think he's really good. The
stun gun.
It's actually the stun gun.
Because it rhymes with Hyung.
Yeah, but Mike called him the taser, so I guess
thing.
There's going to be two...
the effect is the same.
Two electrical barbed points shooting into you with wire trails and shocking you.
But yeah, he knocked out that Brazilian guy, Eric Silva.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, what were you said? Spoiler alert.
What?
Spoiler alert.
Man, it's going to be like this all night long, so just give us a little bit of your
forgiveness. Well, this is Radio Korea, so we got to announce the Korean fighters, right?
Right.
And yeah, he stunned him, man.
He was actually taking the fight to him in the beginning, which was really impressive to see. And Eric Silva, he didn't look... I don't know, after that John Fitch fight, something happened. Oh, yeah,
something happened.
He got the win taken out of his sails. But Eric Silva did flurry. A pretty impressive bunch of flurry flying.
I think he was winning the fight before that.
You think so?
I think so.
I had Don Hyung... can I just call him Kim? I think I had Kim winning the first round, at least. Because he took him down, right? He had ground control. Stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe he was losing the second round before he knocked him out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that one.
Okay.
That's what you meant to say?
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought you were going to say. But, okay, so what happened was, and there's actually, we don't know if it was a left hook or an overhand left, right? Because he's southpaw, but he ducked his head.
Right.
So I'm going to go with he hit him with an overhand left, and it landed almost like, if you learn symmetry in 4th grade, if there was a symmetrical line down Eric Silva's face, he pretty much put his fist on that, and it just lights out, and he did the flying Dan Henderson forearm hammer fist.
Extra, for whatever reason.
Even though Eric Silva looked like he was trying to do his best impersonation of a chalk outline, Don Hyung Kim comes in, don't worry, I'll save you with my fist, and planted it directly on his face again, which I think actually woke him up.
Might have.
Yeah.
Might have caused more brain hemorrhaging.
and then the most, I guess, the referee that puts the most hearts out there shoved him off.
Yeah.
You don't like when Mario Yamasaki makes
I don't
that
like
little
when he does
sign?
that heart. I don't like when anyone does that.
Do you know the significance of him making that heart sign when he's introduced?
One love?
One love for what? Like Bob Marley?
Maybe.
Is it?
I don't think so.
Are you
He's
just
Brazilian.
saying Yeah.
Oh, you're asking me? Or are you telling me?
No, I'm asking you.
If I know what it means.
I just asked you a question.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me you knew what it means.
Oh, like it was
you meant
rhetorical?
like you knew it.
No, not rhetorical.
You knew it, but you're asking me if I knew it.
I don't know it.
Oh, I don't know either.
Okay. Hey, we never claim to be the most knowledgeable, but hey, another question for you. If you do know why he does that heart thing other than to like, I notice like chicks do that a lot in pictures, right?
Yeah.
You know, when
Soccer players do it a
They
lot
can't
too.
do it. What?
Yeah, they do that thing after they score a goal.
No, you know, like when girls are taking selfies and stuff.
What's
Or,
a
like,
selfie?
I mean, when girls take pictures of themselves,
Oh,
like
okay.
make duck face and stuff. You know, they make that heart thing with their friends, right?
Okay.
No?
No.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I read that somewhere in an article, I think. But anyway, all right, yeah, call in and let us know what that means too, in addition to your legend fights. But any other fights? Wait, what? Okay, before that,
The Mexinator. No, the Mexicution.
What are you talking about? Like the Taco Bell?
The
menu item?
Mexicutioner.
The Mexicution. Oh my gosh, that was terrible against Fabiano Maldonado.
Yeah.
Maldonado. There
Yeah.
you go. It's hard to keep up with all these new fighters' names.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, there's a lot now.
Remember when we were watching Pride, you only had to remember like 12 fighters because they would fight every other week.
Yeah.
That was it.
No, you know what I was thinking of? The Thiago Silva and Matt
Okay,
Hamill.
we can get to that one after.
Okay.
But as far as the what'd you call it? The Mexinator?
The Mexinator.
Oh god, the Mexican pizza
The
against
Mexicutioner.
the terrible haircut Maldonado.
Oh man,
It was really bad.
even what's his name made a comment on it.
Who?
His hair. Who's commenting with Kenny Florian?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it was Kenny Florian.
No, it was the other guy. Because he said his hair is just as nice as Kenny Florian.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, but those of you that didn't see the fight, Fabio Maldonado, he has this weird. You know how like when people do their comb overs, right? He has like a front over.
A front over.
Yeah, but he didn't want to cut it, so it looked like. I'm not kidding. It looked like he had a taco on his head.
Yeah.
No, not a Mexinator taco. He had like an octopus crawling down the front of his forehead. It was ridiculous.
It was.
And I think to try and drum up more interest in the fight, to try to get the crowd into it, he tried to pull the Anderson Silva. He tried to get back into the middle of the cage because, man, Beltran was just trying to push him into the fence.
He was grabbing him, dirty boxing.
Joy, the sleep inducer Beltran.
Yeah, it wasn't even that good.
Yeah, and when he was tagging him, nothing really happened. But he actually ended up cutting him up. With a few
he gave him the
punches.
mouth, man. He was bleeding out of the mouth.
Did you say he gave him the mouth?
He hit him in the mouth.
Oh, okay. Let's not. All right.
All right.
Yeah. So that fight very forgettable.
Yeah.
Not necessary to watch, right?
Nah.
Okay. Do you think that Jake Shields fight and Maya fight you need to watch?
If you like jiu-jitsu, I'd say the first couple rounds were good because you know what, Maya was taking him down at will. That's never happened to Jake Shields.
He's actually, contrary to all the hate that he gets, right? Oh my gosh, here we go. Sorry. Hey, hold on to that thought.
All right.
You're listening to KHRA 1.5, live 1.5 Radio Korea, Hawaii. Yes. Anyway, so I'm so sorry, Mike. Yeah, we had to do that, but
No.
Please continue.
What was I saying?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Jake Shields was getting taken down at will, and that never happened.
Yeah, contrary to all the haters, he's actually a really good wrestler.
Oh yeah, he's an All-American wrestler apparently. Right. Yeah.
Which is why he was able to take down Dan Henderson, all that kind of stuff, right?
He's a really good grappler.
Right.
But I'm about MMA fighting.
That's another thing that I cannot stand is when he's a veteran.
Right.
He's an ex-champion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have
Shuto
you ever,
and Strikeforce.
Which is ridiculous. And he goes to Thailand for stand-up.
Right.
But the way he fights stand-up, I'm like ridiculously surprised that he hasn't been knocked out yet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He did get knocked out by Ellenberger or Shield or Hendricks.
Yeah, by Hendricks, yeah.
Hendricks, maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but anyway. Oh, no. Both of them. Ellenberger, too.
And Ellenberger knocked him out, too?
Maybe. I don't know. We probably got to check on that later. We'll get back to you on that. But he stands like a rock'em sock'em robot, chin in the air, hands, I don't know, 15 inches apart. It's just really strange to see a professional fighter do that. I get slaps on the head from Kevin at HMC whenever I do something wrong like that. So I've been conditioned. Maybe no one tells him not to do that.
But I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to say we watch one of his first fights in Shuto and compare it to tonight's fight. We'd see like almost the same thing.
Well, actually, I think he had almost no stand-up before. He would actually probably just throw out a 1 and try to get into a clinch range,
Yeah,
right?
because that's how he beat Sakurai. That was when Sakurai was undefeated
Sakurai.
for how long, and then he beat him by decision.
I cannot stand, well, not stand. It just makes me very sad when I see like these dominant champions fall from grace. Yeah, like even Gomi, right? Gomi was tearing it up, right? And then Hansen just had the answer for him, right?
Yeah.
And then Sakurai was doing really well, and then he ran into Anderson Silva, which is, not too bad, but and Rumina Sato. Oh no, he was only a Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
champion
he killed me because he lost to Kauno twice.
Right.
And he lost because he gassed out. Kauno was good, but I don't think Kauno was better than him. He had his back both fights.
Really?
Yes, both fights. So mad.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know what Shuto is one of the I don't know about anymore. I think it's what is the big Japan lightweight? Well, Valley Tudo Japan, I think now is.
Yeah, the Valley Tudo.
But anyway, Shuto in Japan was really big for the lighter weight classes, all the 155 and below. And I think they had up to maybe a middleweight fighter. That's the guy that Egan Inoue fought. Oh, they had heavyweight, like Ensign, but the primary focus was the lighter weight fighters, yeah. So when Shuto started getting really, really big, then I think Pride Bushido came out.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, Bushido.
Bushido.
Anyway, Pride Bushido came out, and then they started pinching, taking away the talent.
Pilfering.
See, I was in between two words. Thanks, Mike. I'm glad you're here. They started taking away the talent from Shuto.
Right.
And then when UFC lightweight started blowing up, they started taking all the Japan fighters, right?
But the Bushido was good, man.
Really good.
Because they had, like you said, they had Gomi, they had Sakurai, they had Kawajiri.
Yep, they had Mitsuhiro Ishida. When did Kid Yamamoto start blowing up in Japan?
Shuto?
No, after Shuto.
K1, Romanet.
Oh, yeah, he
did that flying knee to the Olympic wrestler.
Yeah.
He knocked him out in like 3 seconds.
Oh, man, that was sad, yeah.
Miyata, I think, yeah?
Yeah, Kazuyuki Miyata.
Oh, just that one flying.
No, that's the one. He had to like get his jaw wired.
Yeah, nuts.
Whew, that flying double knee, and then he hit him on the ground too.
Kid is, he's a small dude, but he's bad.
Nori is nuts.
Yeah. Speaking of going to Thailand, I remember I was talking to Ensign one time, and he actually took him to Thailand to train.
Anthony Noi took Norifumi.
Yeah, and look how he ended up, man.
Really good, but that's another. I don't want to say wasted talent. But I think it's
kind of,
Just when he started blowing up, he started getting the money. He started buying Hummers and Lamborghinis. I think he had.
Yeah.
It
was nuts because I remember being in Japan. They'd have his fights. They'd have the walkout shirts, right? One walkout shirt from him is like $100.
What?
Ichimayen, yeah. And people line up to buy it.
Ichimayen
for a t-shirt.
10,000 yen.
About $100.
Which back then was about $100. Yeah. Or even now, actually, the exchange rate.
Nuts.
$100.
Yeah, and then even to train at this gym, I remember he charged something crazy like 200 Nimayen a month.
I get mad when I have to pay $22 for a TNC shirt.
Man. Or HIC.
Who goes to HIC? You go HIC still?
No.
Only for the slippers.
I used to.
You get the one pink slipper and one clear slipper on the other side.
Longs. They look the same.
Yeah.
The Surfers.
Yeah, but it's not as cool because you cannot mix and match.
Yeah. I remember that.
How did we get on that? Holy smokes. I have a funny story about Kid Yamamoto. Is that Barrett used to room with him, and then he said Nori wouldn't even do laundry. And he would, because Nori was so popular, he would get lots of free sponsored t-shirts. He would just like take off his shirt, throw it in the corner, and open a new shirt. And so he had a literal mountain of shirts that would be spilling out into the hallway.
Dang.
And Barrett's like,
You know what, too? I mean,
do some laundry.
he was a pretty cool guy, too, yeah. He had both the fighting and he kind of had the good looks and the attitude that...
Who, Nori?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he had it all, man.
Yeah.
He's not doing so. He actually was going to fight recently, but he had to pull out.
Okay.
He had an injury or something. So I was actually looking really forward to him fighting again because I thought he could turn it around, but...
He was nuts. Were you here when Ensign did his farewell fight?
Yeah.
And he went nuts at the referee, like he was going to punch him?
That's the one where he got mounted and they stopped the fight, right?
Yeah.
He came out and they had the big forklift.
Right, yeah.
Oh, everybody was so excited. And he got mounted and that was it. Like, aw.
Oh, well.
Frustrating to see, yeah, but... And then I think the referee was like, I'm sorry, I have to stop this fight.
Yeah.
And then he still got it. He still got yelled at.
Happen,
but, yeah, every time. If he's not from Egan...
Egan's camp.
What was that from? Oh, the Frank Shamrock fight.
Oh, that was nuts, man, because
If you haven't seen Frank Shamrock versus Enson Inoue, please go watch that.
That is a nuts fight.
After the show, not now. After the show.
Oh, you know what's cool? After you watch the fight, go to Barnes and Nobles, and then go to the sports section.
Wait, where's the Barnes and Nobles?
In Ala Moana.
Oh, okay, because Kahala one is gone.
Right.
Don't go to Kahala.
Go to
Kahala
the Barnes.
one's still open? Not. I knew that.
Go to the Barnes and Nobles after you watch the fight, and then Frank Shamrock has a biography, and then look in the table of contents, and he gives like a play-by-play, like what was going on during the fight. It's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because
no. I remember he said something about like his cornermen were yelling at each
yeah,
other.
they're
right?
both yelling. Yeah, Egan was yelling at Mari Smith, who's another famous.
Ooh, yeah, you don't want to mess with that guy. Well, actually, you don't want to mess with either of those guys.
Yeah. So there's an interesting side story to that as well.
Okay. It's always interesting to see the behind the scenes things, yeah, because you only see what's on TV or you only hear about it, secondhand.
Right.
But if the fighters themselves write it, it's pretty cool. Actually, what that leads me into is this other thing. Oh, I lost the link. But anyway, there's this one guy on Facebook. He actually talks to famous celebrities, and I think it's called titled "When We Were Bouncers" or something. Have you heard about that?
No.
He talks to ex MMA fighters about when they used to be bouncers at nightclubs and whatnot, and the stories that they tell is pretty funny because you always kind of want to hear how MMA fighters would do in real life.
Right.
I mean, even though they would do really well, it's just interesting to hear how people act really stupid, right, to them.
Right.
They're like, yeah, I'll kick your A. What? I'll kick your B.
I'll kick you.
Yeah, I'll punch you.
Or they had, you know who Boz,
I don't know how to
is,
start
right?
a fight.
You know,
yeah.
So do you hear about Boz Rutten and the Chicago? What's his name? The Chicago Bears.
Michael Jordan.
No, that's
Brian Urlacher.
Yeah. You remember that one?
No.
He said they're at a charity event. And then Boz
like a nightclub kind of thing, right?
And Boz Rutten was kind of buzzing, so he accidentally stepped.
For those of you that don't know who Boz Rutten is, he was a multiple King of Pancrase
right?
fighter,
and
UFC champion.
Yeah.
He beat Kevin Randleman, yeah?
And he beat TK.
Oh, yeah, Tsuyoshi Kosaka too.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it was to win the title.
Yeah.
But anyway, he vacated that title. So he's a bad man.
Yeah, and he was in what movie was that?
Oh,
Here Comes the Boom.
Here Comes the Boom.
Yeah,
with Kevin James.
Right.
Yeah. So those of you who didn't know, now you know.
Yeah. So then he said he was at a charity event at a bar, at a club, and he was already buzzing because he had a few drinks. He accidentally stepped on Urlacher's foot.
Right. And Brian Urlacher is a linebacker.
Yeah, he's huge. He's
huge,
big.
6 foot, whatever, 6'4".
6 foot now, a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he went up to Boz Rutten. He was like, "Hey, you stepped on my shoe." And then Boz said he was trying to.
You scuffed my Pumas.
So Boz said he's trying to defuse the situation. He goes, "Oh, what kind of beer are you drinking? I'll buy you beer."
It's cool, man. Because Boz Rutten is actually a really good natured guy, right?
He's a really cool guy.
Okay.
So Urlacher was like, "No, that's not the point. You want to go outside?" And then Boz Rutten's like, "Okay, let's go outside."
Yeah, without even skipping a beat, right? Because he's from the mean streets of Holland, right?
Yeah, because he even had I don't know what show he was on, but he talked about he was in Sweden one time. I don't know if you know about this.
Maybe the best damn sports show.
Maybe, yeah. So
probably, right?
He was in Sweden when he was a fighter, and he talked about where he got really drunk and started fighting. He knocked out the bouncers, and he had to go to jail.
Oh no!
But yeah, so
and then he decided to turn his life around and tattoo his palms.
Yeah. What did you tattoo him with?
Never mind. That was a joke. Anyway, keep going with your
Brian
story.
Urlacher wasn't having any of it. He wanted to fight, so they're gonna go outside, and Urlacher's friends recognized who Boz Rutten was.
Don't you know who you're talking to?
And then Boz said 5 minutes later he came up to him. Sorry, yeah. And he kind of backed down after that.
Right.
Because I don't care how big you are. You know what I mean? If I saw Demetrius Johnson, was he the featherweight champion?
The
flyweight champion, and I was drunk, I wouldn't even want to start a fight with him.
Right.
You mean any perfect film who gets paid to punch and kick people and is very good at it? No way.
You know what's crazy about it is, Demetrius Johnson, he doesn't look that big, but I guarantee you he can pretty much take down almost anybody if he feels like.
Yeah.
Because he's so fast.
Yeah. I mean, as long as the other person's not another professional MMA fighter, say it's at the bar.
Yeah.
He'd probably smoke anybody. You know what I mean?
Anyone.
Yeah, and he's a small dude, man.
I mean, yeah. Especially if the guy's too big, 400 pounds. I wouldn't even be able to see him.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
You'd be like Dragon Ball. I mean, what? They're teleporting.
Oh, yeah, Shunkang Ido, right?
Right.
The instantaneous teleport.
What?
Moving right along. Okay, so that's pretty much how our show is going to go. If this is your first time listening.
Or about, you remember when Alistair Overeem was supposed to fight?
You see what I mean? I was trying to actually
We're talking about bar fights.
Oh my god.
MMA fighters and bar fights.
Okay.
Remember when Alistair Overeem was supposed to fight someone and then he had like a laceration on his hand.
Right,
because,
him and his brother
like knocked out like seven.
Valentine Overeem,
Yeah,
right? They got into a bar fight.
Knocked out like 7 bouncers or something.
Glass started breaking, so he
Yeah.
actually almost lost his use of his hand, right?
Yeah.
Because he hit a tendon or
Yeah.
something, right? That makes me hungry for pho.
Oh yeah, pho. Oh.
Yeah, tendon. Anyway,
I
okay.
prefer not to eat pho.
What? Anyway, so like I was saying, this is if this is your first time listening, this is pretty much how the show is going to go. We will bring up a topic, and we'll just jump from point to point until we kind of peter out and lose our steam, and then we will look back to our notebook and see what we haven't talked about yet.
That's what we're supposed to say.
What?
Whatever's in the note.
I still don't know what we're supposed to say. So if you're listening, thank you very much. We really want to give a shout out to all the people that liked our Facebook page.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't believe it. We got a bunch of likes within the first day that I put it up. So
Miracles didn't happen.
Big thank you to all of you that did that. Tell your friends, everything. Actually, I do want to give a big thank you to Jimmy Knox of the Jimmy Knox Show. He told all of his friends, I know his phone was going to die. His phone's very important to him. His phone was going to die, and he actually told over 200 people to like our page.
Oh, awesome.
So that means only 30% of them listen to him.
Wow.
Or less than that. But anyway, thanks a lot, Jimmy. I know you're not listening.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Whatever.
All right, Jimbo.
You know, it's a thought that counts, right?
It is.
Jimbo. Okay.
Jimbo.
We'll call him that. Jimbo's.
All right,
I like
Jimbo's.
I like his restaurant.
Is that his restaurant?
How long have we known each other and you still don't know when I'm joking?
Jimbo's is good.
Oh my god.
No, the place next to Jimbo's closed. I mean, changed, yeah?
Pint and Jigger.
What?
Pint and Jigger.
Oh.
You know what they used to pour into shots?
A jigger?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not just Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
All right. But is that what you're talking about? Were you talking about...
What was it before? It was like a buffet place, yeah?
No, it was another bar before that.
Okay.
Obviously very forgettable.
Yeah.
That place, when I valeted my car, they scratched my car and they never like admit it.
No class.
Whatever.
I remember Ben Franklin used to be next to it, yeah?
What?
The craft store.
No, it still is.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
I think that's on the right-hand side.
Oh, okay.
But this is an MMA talk show, so let's try to kind of get back towards there. But you know what's next to Ben Franklin? Jack in the Box.
That's right. What street is that?
Oh my God, McCully. But anyway.
McCully, that's right.
Okay, next thing I want to talk about. Travis Brown versus Frank Mir.
Oh, man. And I think Frank Mir's done it right. He's too punch drunk.
I know we talked about it a little bit last week,
Right.
but just one quick point that I wanted to bring up that I actually saw on mixedmartialarts.com is that they said Travis Brown started MMA in 2009. I think he's about 30, 31 years old.
Uh-huh.
Frank Mir is only 35 years old, but he's been fighting for over 16 years. 16 years.
Yeah.
And, you know, part of that was motorcycle accident and whatnot. He was off the
Right,
shelf,
yeah, he broke his leg, yeah.
But, so that begs the question, does experience and ring savvy, ring generalship, all that kind of stuff, is that going to help him? Or because he has so much, I guess, wear and tear on his body and definitely his brain now because he's been getting knocked out recently, right? You know, is that going to help or hurt him?
I don't know. I mean, it's really sad because I'm more of a Pride guy. And you see these Pride guys finally get their chance to go to UFC, and none of them did really well. I mean, Shogun did win the title, but it's nothing close to what he used to be.
If you look at Shogun's body now, and you look at him when he was on his Pride middleweight Grand Prix run, this is night and day. It looks like he's not even training now or something.
And then plus he went through like how many knee surgeries?
Right.
He broke his arm in Pride.
Against Randleman, yeah?
No, against Coleman.
Yeah.
He put Randleman in that nasty knee bar, and Randleman wouldn't tap.
Then he tapped.
Yeah.
Then he put it under his armpit.
Yeah, that was... Oh.
Those are actually, the Mark Coleman fight, I'm not going to tell you to watch it because I can barely watch it. It's really gnarly.
Bones are kind of gross.
Yeah, Coleman was trying to take him down, and Shogun posted, and when he posted, his elbow said, "Nah."
The after fight was cool because Vanderlei Silva and Phil Baroni went at it.
Oh man, everybody went at it.
Yeah. Then Mark Coleman roid raged. Holy smokes, man!
Mark
he went
Coleman
nuts.
roid raged, and he stood on Vanderlei Silva's neck.
That's right.
Right
yeah,
in the corner.
Right.
Oh my god.
He's nuts, man.
It's a Hammer House, man. I wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what he's doing now. He's probably like pro wrestling or something.
Mark Coleman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's doing all right. I hope it's not.
Remember when he fought Fedor and he brought his 2 daughters in after Fedor
and the daughters were crying.
Yeah.
They're like traumatized and seeing their dad like
don't cry.
Oh my gosh! See,
and he's like introducing him to Fedor, and Fedor's like, I don't want to meet your children.
Pero just smiling or stoically going, yes, I own your daddy. All right, so you don't like Mir's chances against Brown? Huh?
I don't think so. Like I said, there's one point in experience, like say like GSP. He hasn't really been knocked out, yeah.
Travis Brown?
No, GSP.
Oh,
like, where he's fought so much, but he hasn't been knocked out or
Matt Serra.
Yeah, but only once, right?
Right.
So that's good experience. But then there's experience like Nogueira.
Oh yeah, that's bad experience.
Right. Like Nogueira, oh my gosh. He's been Bob Sapp, Fedor.
His body changed too.
Yeah, his body changed a lot.
I mean, yeah, age and whatnot, but I think it's just taking a toll on these fighters.
Even Vanderlei Silva.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because I was thinking the other day too. I was thinking of my favorite fighter, which is Kazushi Sakuraba.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, you know, a lot of these fighters are getting TKO'd. They're getting a lot of concussions, brain damage and whatnot. And I was wondering, Sakuraba, I think he started going downhill when he fought Nino Shembri. Remember that fight?
Yeah, that was a nasty
the one where
fight.
he got Thai plum. He was actually rocking Shembri.
Yeah.
He was slapping him all over the place.
Yeah, he was
basically
destroying him.
He was taking his lunch money, right?
Yeah.
And then Shembri got that weird half-okole Thai plum on him.
Yeah.
Landed a knee. Sakuraba went down.
It's like soccer kicking his body.
Couple more knees. And that was it. And then Sakuraba started just getting knocked out by everybody. And
it didn't help that he got his... It didn't help that he had to fight like Vanderlei Silva, who's like 100 pounds heavier than him.
Sakuraba's weight at this one, 183.
I don't know where they came up with that,
pounds. Yeah? Vanderlei Silva, 7,000.
And Vanderlei Silva at that time too, man. He was just destroying everybody.
Yeah, he was a bad man.
Yeah,
I mean, he's still, like, granted, he still is.
Oh, yeah.
But it just seems he isn't as...
After his Crow Cup knockout.
Yeah, he changed.
He wasn't the same either.
Real quick, just wanted to mention that you are listening to KHRA Radio. This is Radio Korea Hawaii, live 1.5. And like I said on our Facebook post, next week, hopefully, I really, really, really hope, I'm crossing my fingers really hard, and that we'll have the live stream up. So for those of you that can't join us on the AM dial, those of you that can't break out your Sony alarm clocks to listen, your Sony Walkman. Oh my God! If there's anybody here listening to a cassette Walkman with headphones, with the foam headphones on the side, please take a picture and post it to our page. Oh my gosh, I think I can find a T-shirt for you or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be funny. But it has to be working. Don't fake it.
Closet.
Don't fake the funk. Yeah, but I really want that live stream up because I do notice, you know, it's actually kind of strange that it's easier to listen to things on the computer than it is to listen to on the radio. Yeah,
crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
that's the one that started it all too.
Yeah. What? We have someone's intruding on our studio. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking on my Facebook page. Sorry, Mike, talk about something while I look.
Oh, so going back to Jake Shields, we talked about he got knocked out.
Yeah.
He actually he got knocked out by Jake Ellenberger. You're right. It was a TKO in the first round.
I'm the juggernaut, B.
You are. He didn't fight Hendricks though.
I are. He didn't fight Hendricks. Okay, my fault.
No.
No, don't worry. I know you're gonna bring that up later. Ras.
I might.
You remember the time, Ras, that you said? Ras.
I might if I remember.
You. Anyhow. Oh. That's it?
Yeah.
The kid.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Okay. One more thing. Another thing is, eye pokes. Michael Bisping. Right? He had to pull out his fight, right?
Oh, right.
So, he actually has a detached retina.
Wow. That doesn't sound too good.
No.
We actually know somebody who...
Exactly.
Had one. Yeah, he had a hard time with it, yeah?
Your good friend gets detached retinas all the time, so it's... I don't know. Can you come back from that?
I don't think
did
so.
say once it detaches once, right? It's really fragile after that, right?
Yeah, because I remember my friend was telling me that.
And Michael Bisping, he's elusive, but he still gets cracked, right?
He got cracked by Dan Henderson.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. All right. Oh, look at this. Fantastic. We actually have some people messaging me on Facebook.
Wow.
This is coming from Hubbard Brown. Hubbard Brown, he wants us to talk to us about... Oh, never mind. He's not listening. We told him to wait till after the show for legendary matchups. But whatever. Okay, we'll get back to that after. Let's see. Yep. Ellenberger? Do you like his chance? Or not Ellenberger. He actually lost to... who did Ellenberger lose to? Maia, right?
Yeah, he lost to Maia.
Okay, so Hendricks versus GSP.
I hope Hendricks wins.
You think he can?
if he hits him with if he hits anybody with that right hand,
right,
he'll win.
I don't like the rest of his offense.
Yeah, I agree.
He seems, I don't want to say that he's one-dimensional, but he does seem to have that straightforward boxing 1-2.
Yeah.
Like, he has solid wrestling, solid takedown defense. He has that ridiculous knockout, big rig truck power in his both hands, right? Yeah.
That's John Fitch.
Other than that, GSP himself is a fantastic takedown defense artist, right? He can take down Hendricks, probably.
Oh, definitely.
I'm going to put money that he can take down
definitely.
Hendricks. And GSP has that irritating jab, right?
Right.
That breaks people's faces.
Right.
You cannot stop.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like his chances.
Yeah, I think if Hendricks hits him with that hand, then it's over.
Yeah, but Hendricks has like those T-Rex arms too, right?
Yeah, they're short. Yeah.
Hendricks, I'm sorry.
Do you see him on his boat, like bow and arrow fishing?
Huh?
Like I think it was, what is it called? Unleash?
For carp?
No, I don't know what it is, but like it shows him like on his off time. He goes on his boat. He has like a bow and arrow with a string.
Oh, okay. So for those of you that don't know, it's like those almost like flat bottom boats, right?
Right. Yeah.
And they just go around like real slow, and they look for fish that are sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Is it at night?
Yeah, it's at night.
Okay, so at nighttime they got floodlights, and then they actually shoot them
with a bow and arrow. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay. So do you know what he was shooting? Like stingrays and stuff?
No, it was fish. I don't know what kind of fish. Maybe it was like those Chinese carps. That's
Fish?
Taking over the
Asian carp.
Asian carp.
Don't be too racist.
Well, they're from China.
Wait a minute. Can we say that?
We just did.
Oh.
Or you just did.
Hang on. That wasn't. Never mind. I was thinking about getting a fish tank.
Oh, what kind?
No,
I mean, what size?
No, I was gonna stock it with Asian carp, and then when I get tired of them, I'll throw them in Lake Wilson.
Man, have you seen the Asian carp? They like jump out of the water and knock people out.
Yeah, they're like dumb fish.
Yeah, like they have like the rednecks. They have like the.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Okay. What?
So the people from down south.
No, I think you're talking Washington Redskins. But anyway, yeah. Okay.
So the people from down south.
Oh my gosh.
So the people from down south, they'll do their motorboats and the motor.
Wait, what?
Their motorboats.
We're talking about fishing still, right?
Right. So then they'll do it. The motor will scare the Asian carp. They'll jump out of the water like 5 feet out of the water, and like if they're not paying attention, it like breaks people's noses, knocks them out. It's nuts. But these people, they try to hit them with baseball bats.
Yeah, baseball bats.
Yeah,
right?
It's crazy. Yeah.
But see, like it's almost okay for them to do that because they're an invasive species.
Right.
They're eating everything.
Right.
They're predatory. Right?
Yeah.
And so it's ridiculous. I actually saw a show. Oh, why are we going? We're in an MMA show talking about Asian carp. Let's reel it back in. Ooh, I'm seeing on those of you that are on Facebook, try to check out Just the Tip, my other radio show that Hubert Brown does, and I'm just a passenger on that show. But he posted a picture of Jean-Claude Van Damme and Bolo Young.
Wow.
Right? Bolo Young. And then it's actually really cool. They have a picture of them now and back then. That's cool to see. But every time I look at Bolo, I just think of him throwing cocaine in Jean-Claude Van Damme's face, and that's why he went into his downward spiral. Right?
And he stepped on Ogre, right?
Yeah, he did step on Ogre.
He broke Ogre's neck or his back?
He broke my heart when he broke Ogre. I was so sad that beer swilling American. What video game was Jean-Claude Van Damme playing in that fight? And then he ran away from the two federal agents?
Street Fighter?
Oh my god, no, it was like that 8-bit game, like the two karate guys are fighting each other.
Karateka?
What?
Karate Champ?
Maybe.
That
Galaga?
The one with the two
Not Double Dragon. It was not Double Dragon. You guys are terrible at this. Anyway, I'm sorry?
Yeah.
What do you mean, but yeah?
Dream Fights.
Oh no, it's 8:50 already. Okay, wait, here. We're gonna take some caller. We're gonna take a caller maybe. Oh, please remember, Mike, can you give him the rundown about calling in, please?
Oh, yeah, so calling, please remember your manners. No swearing. Please keep it civilized.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, talk to us like you would talk to your mother.
What? Like they have to say yes and please?
No, I mean they'd be polite, not rude.
Okay, yeah, please. Basically my finger is going to be hover on the drop button, and just bear with us as we try to figure out this phone calling system. Those of you that are listening and do want to call in, please don't let this backfire on you. Call in right now, 593-1460. 593-1460. And maybe we can take some of your legendary fights. While we're waiting for people to call in, we might just stop talking. But while we're waiting for people to fight in, Mike, why don't you take us away with your first dream fight?
Oh, man. It'd be like the Fedor in his prime against either Dos Santos or Velasquez.
Okay.
And I say Fedor takes either one of them or both of them at the same time.
What is your reasoning behind that?
He was unstoppable. He had everything. He had ground. He had stand-up.
Right.
He had speed. He had experience.
Yeah.
No one could stop him. Not even close.
Okay, wait. Before, I don't know if people got that number. It's one more time. It's 593-1460. Please call in.
Don't all call it once.
Or you can call in. Or you can call in and ask us a question. Anything MMA related.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and if the phone lines are blowing up too much, maybe we won't take any calls.
We don't want to overload the system.
Yeah, that'll be my excuse for if we don't have anybody call us.
That or even Shogun in his prime. I bet you Shogun in his prime would just steamroll John Jones.
Why? What makes you say that?
He steamrolled everybody else.
Right.
And then that was before, like I said, 2 ACL surgeries, broken elbow, being battered.
And actually what makes me actually kind of believe that is that against Gustafsson, John Jones looked human.
Yeah.
And Shogun, he would have turned up the juice real quick in that fight. Yep, exactly.
I mean, even look at when Shogun fought Rampage for the first time. Rampage had no chance.
Talk about destruction.
Yeah, that was a
I put him in the corner and he said, "Give me your money."
Yeah.
And he beat him. Knees to the ribs.
He gave him an extra one even after Rampage.
Rampage was sitting on the ground, right?
And he wanted to quit.
He broke his rib too.
Yeah, and he kicked him an extra time.
He kicked him, smacked him around.
Just for good measure.
I think he called him names too.
Probably. Poha.
I don't think he said that.
Okay.
He said something like Copeñero, Cohiba, Cuba. Oh, yeah, wrong. Anyway.
We better stop.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here, actually, we have a message on Facebook. John Jones versus Anderson Silva.
Yeah, probably.
How original.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody ask for that one before. Real quick, what do you think about that?
I'd say if it's Anderson Silva last year, Anderson Silva. But now, probably John Jones.
Right.
Yeah.
That aura of invincibility, actually, for both of them, has kind of been diminished, right?
Yeah. But I think with any MMA fighter, man, like we talked about the experience. Experience isn't that much of an advantage because with experience comes getting punched in the head a lot. Yeah.
Right.
Which isn't good.
Man. Anyhow, one more time before we finish, you are listening to KHRA Radio, Korea, Hawaii on Live 1.5, and our show is called Kakutogi Crazy. So remember, tell your friends, tell everybody, listen in, and hopefully we will get that live stream up. It'll be a lot clearer, and we'll sound just as bad, but at
least we can count how many people listen or don't listen.
Can we?
Yeah, David.
He can get a view count?
Yeah, you can see how much people are watching.
That was a joke.
I'm not watching, listening.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, reel you in on that one.
Well, they got to watch the TV, watch the computer, and listen at the same time.
Okay, so whoever said John Jones for Anderson Silva, thanks, but better luck next time. All right, anything else? Shogun, let's see. Shogun was fighting at 205, that's right?
Right, he's always fighting at 205.
And he was wrecking everybody.
He was. No one even stood a chance.
So he fought Rampage, he fought Ricardo Arona.
Little Nog. That's the best fight ever. I don't know why people think. I don't think why people think Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner is the best fight. That fight was way better. That's like the best. Did you see that fight?
Yeah.
That fight was nuts.
He was tripping a lot. He does a lot. He likes that over under outside leg trip. Yeah. He lands on it.
But that fight was nuts.
That was a good fight. Yeah. Did he fight over him?
He did, but 205. He beat over him.
Oh yeah, he beat over him twice.
He mounted him. Yeah.
I think he beat over him twice.
Did he?
Yeah, I know. Well, you can look it up.
I know during the tournament, right? He beat over him.
Right. Oh man.
Oh, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, and then like you said though, I think it was that there's usually a turning point in a fighter's career, and I think it was those ACL. It wasn't so much that he was getting knocked out. It was his ACL injuries. That's too bad. Too bad of what could have been. John Jones, his been a little bit tarnished. He still is the champ though.
Yeah, he still is.
Let's see. Who else? Fedor, like you said, Fedor against
anybody.
You know why I like his chances? While I do think he would do well against Velasquez, I don't know how he would have dealt with Velasquez's takedowns.
Yeah, but
Fedor never had the best ground defense, but his submissions were.
I think he would have got back up. You don't think so?
Maybe. But there's no cage too. You got to remember, there's no cage. It was ring back then, right? For
Right.
Fedor. So
Yeah, that's right.
I think Fedor in a cage, he's actually hamstrung by it, and he can't get up as easily. Yeah.
That's right.
Who knows?
But man, he was exciting to watch, man.
Definitely one of the better fighters to watch. Huh. All right. Let's see. Any other?
Yeah, you're right. He did fight. Shogun did fight Alistair Overeem twice, knocking him out both times.
Yeah, and
in the first round.
KO. Oh, Alistair Overeem, last chance.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Against your boy. Wait, he's fighting Frank Mir. No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. No, you're right. Yeah, he is fighting Frank Mir.
Why did I say Travis Brown versus Frank Mir?
Maybe because Travis Brown just beat Overeem.
What's wrong with me?
No, Travis Brown is suspended for 9 months, medical suspension.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, something's like I don't know if he's
I
shattered
gotta
or
fire my researcher. He gave me bad information.
that guy Hubert.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry, listener. I apologize.
That's right. Hapa Brown is suspended for not because he did anything bad, but because physically he's not ready to fight.
How shame. Anyway, so it's Mir against Alistair.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's two punch drunk guys.
You think Alistair's punch drunk?
His past 4 fights against
PKO.
Bigfoot, against Brown,
Right.
even against Verdum, he was getting kind of hit a lot.
Right. He got bust up. In that
Yeah,
fight.
so I don't know. And plus going over with the whole steroid issue too, man. He looks way different.
You saw his first weigh-in?
Yeah.
When he first came to UFC? And then Ariani's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then now he's just like,
Yeah, that's
deflated
pretty
balloon.
much, yeah. It looks like a deflated balloon.
eh. Oh well. Let's see. So you really like Fedor and you like
Fedor's-
Shogun, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because you think about Fedor, he didn't lose.
Right, he was undefeated for quite some time.
Yeah, for forever.
Dos Santos, yeah, I think he would actually fare better against Dos Santos
yeah,
because they're actually closer in weight.
right.
And speed-wise, pretty similar.
Yeah.
They're not going to be going for too much takedowns and whatnot. I think he would have had a hard time with Velasquez, though. But we don't know how Velasquez's submission defense is, right?
Yeah, because Fedor's got that too.
Oh, man. Arm bars from everywhere.
Yeah.
Fedor by arm bar.
Plus, he had hands of stone, man.
Oh, you know who would have been good? Both Chanchin.
Oh,
Igor.
man. He
I
would
love
have been
that
good.
guy.
Yeah, he is awesome.
And then all of a sudden, some switch hit, and he couldn't fight the heavier guys anymore.
Yeah, well, that kick against Crow Cup, maybe.
I don't know, it was something, or everybody just started catching up to him, yeah?
Yeah.
And he started slowing down because of his
Yeah.
age. If you haven't seen Igor Vovchanchin fight, watch that. Watch his Pride fights.
Well, because even before Pride, he had fought 30-something times in Ukraine and where.
And he was fighting ones where you could put your chin in the other guy's eyes
Right,
and make them
yeah.
submit from that. He was fighting polar bears and stuff like that. It was crazy. It was Wild Wild West back then. Man, that was a quick show.
That was.
We're done.
Time flies when you're having fun.
So I don't know if the time really flew.
I mean, you don't know what you're talking about.
Time really flies when you're ignorant and you're babbling.
When you're belligerent.
Anyway, Mike, it's always a good time talking story with you about all these MMA things and Asian carp, I guess.
Likewise.
Oh my goodness.
Always fun.
Do you think we need a third person to reel us back in? Ooh,
Nah.
Asian carp, reeling in the Asian carp.
There you go.
That's funny, right? No?
To some people.
Crickets. I want a soundboard. I can play crickets and maybe like Nelson from The Simpsons. Ha ha.
Which guy is Nelson?
The guy that goes ha ha.
Is it the boy?
Oh my gosh. How do you not know this? Anyway, we got about another 30 seconds. So anything you'd like to say? Oh, actually, what I do want to say quick, for those of you listening, next week, I think we're going to have a guest.
Uh-oh.
I don't know which one though.
First, hopefully not the last.
Yeah, first guest is going to be crazy. It's
It
going to
will.
be crazy. You want to play some Pride music to kind of fade us out? And yeah, like I said, next week, listen in. We got a couple guests lined up. I don't want to say right now because just in case they cannot make it, but we got an up and coming local fighter. We got a couple jiu-jitsu black belts that could be talking about it, what they do, stuff like that. And yeah, it's been fun. And
Always.
yeah. We'll see you later. Thank
All
you for
right,
joining
thank
us
you.
on
Kakutogi Crazy.
I'm Ross. That's
I'm Mike.
all right. See you later. Thanks a lot.
Mahalo.